everything he does. Absolutely spot on. Looks after me. And just a fantastic individual. So give Jam a follow on all of his socials and support him on the channel when I'm not here as well. He is the man behind the scenes. But before he blushes, have some of this. Yes, so welcome to Boxing Media Hub. You are here live. Yes, live. We are in your lounge, in your bedroom, everywhere else. Sounds really dodgy, but we are. And we are going for a live prediction show.
I'm doing this. It makes it even worse, you know what I mean?
We were doing a live prediction show of Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. What a cracker this is going to be. When this was announced, I didn't think we'd ever see this fight, to be perfectly honest, and it's a treat. Buatsi, as they used to say on the Pound for Pound podcast. 19 fights, 19 wins, 13 knockouts. He was last out in September where he beat Willie Hutchinson on a split decision. Callum Smith, 32 fights, 30 wins, 22 knockouts. He was last out in November against Carlos Galvan, which was a win TKO round 5. This is for the WBO interim world light heavyweight title. So there's a big chance here for the winner. Joshua finally going to get that opportunity that he's been sort of pushing for such a long time. And Callum Smith, this is almost like
last chance saloon.
This is a must win for Callum Smith. I think it's a must win for both guys, really. But I think Callum, this is a real last chance here. And I love Callum Smith. So no bad feeling about Callum whatsoever. So I'm going to take this one first. I'm going to dive straight in, both feet.
On, my brother,
and it's going to be a chilly one.
And thank you for the shout out as well, brother. I really appreciate that at the beginning. God bless you.
Always. Nice hat. We've got, so for me, two cracking fighters. You've got two very good boxing tacticians, as well as good power. I think a lot of people overlook the power of Callum Smith as well. You know, he gets in, he works inside really well. But for me, Buatsi, this is what he's been craving. Let's be perfectly honest. This is what he's been craving. DJ Pat, evening top dogs. I like that one. This one is sneaky fight. It can go either way. But if Mundo Smith turns up, he will KO Buatsi. He has a level above, but still crossroad for him. EFB man. Big shout out to the EFB man. Thank you very much, Ender. Go Buatsi, says Ender. I just think this is what he's been waiting for. He's going to take the opportunity with both hands. Is it going to be a close encounter?
Decline as well, Joel. Sorry to interrupt you, bro. Would you say he's catching Callum Smith on a slight decline?
I think this is a dangerous time as well, because Callum knows this is the last roll of the dice. So he knows he's got to take this opportunity.
He wasn't that impressive, was he, either, in his last performance against a number 456th in the world? He wasn't that impressive. I know he stopped him in the 5th in the end, but he wasn't impressive before. He had a lot of ring rust. He did not look the same fighter. Looked like he'd lost a wee step or two. And also, you got to think about Joe Gallagher. You know, what's happening with him? They're close guys. You know, the Smith brothers are close to Joe Gallagher. That might take a toll on him. There's little things that are happening. Callum just, to me, just doesn't seem the same. He's not got that fire in the eyes anymore. He's not got that fire. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to like change your prediction, of course, because your prediction's your prediction.
Of course you are.
Do you think? Well, I am trying to a wee bit. I said Buatsi. I've not even said it yet, but you know what I mean. Do you think he could have lost a step though, bro? Do you think Callum might have lost a little step?
I think it's going to be there. I think he had the wind taken out of the sail, obviously, with the first big loss. Let's be perfectly honest. That's where it kind of really took the hit. But I don't think he's really recovered since.
Canelo and Beterbiev took it from him. Let's
Yeah,
be truthful. And you
I
take them
don't
kind of
think he.
defeats, you don't come back easily.
No, I don't think. And Callum had a lot of hype around him. Let's be honest, going into that Canelo fight, there was a
22
lot of hype
knockouts and
around him.
29 wins at the time. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
people were turning around there and they were going, he's he's got the reach, he's got the height advantage, he can box, he can fight. He was coming in as the total package, and a lot of people thought that was going to be the guy to cause Canelo.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Canelo. They thought he beat Beterbiev, mate. The machine, La Machina. You know what I mean? They thought
yeah,
he
yeah.
beat both.
This is it. Whether he's lost a step, I don't know, but I just think Buatsi's really going up, and I see Callum could be more sort of along this at the moment, where Buatsi's kind of heading above, and he beat a good operator in Willie Hutchinson as well. Willie's really proved how good he is. Tough, resilient guy. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. But for me, I think Buatsi could even win this. Ooh, I think it's got to be points.
I thought you were going to say knockout. Then I thought you were going to throw yourself on the road.
Do you know what? If there's a stoppage in this fight, it's a late one either way. Yeah. I think it's a case of who catches someone late, who's got it in the tank for this one. But for me, I just think Buatsi's going to win it over the 12 rounds. I think he gets it on the points for me. But Jam, I don't know how you see it yourself.
I'm seeing it exactly the same, mate. I think Buatsi's going to take it on points. I do think.
I convinced you.
You did, bro. You changed my mind, brother. You changed my mind. It's like backward bewitched, like going on here. But no, I seriously do think, yeah, that's it, mind control, brother, mind control. I genuinely do believe that Buatsi is going to come out with a point to prove. He's against a former world champion, a big name in Callum Mundo Smith. Yeah. Callum Mundo Smith has been in, like we said already, with Canelo, with Beterbiev. If Buatsi beats
biggest opponent today,
by far, and it puts his name in that category. His name will be forever synced with them types of guys. They'll say, who's he beat? Oh, well, he beat Callum Smith, who fought Canelo and Beterbiev. So even if Buatsi folds out afterwards, his name is going to be in that reckoning for at least a couple of minutes. You know what I mean?
And he's been stepping up each time, hasn't he? That he's gone from Dan Aziz to Willie Hutchinson.
Craig Richards.
So he's kind of climbed up each time, and now he's at that point where he's saying, well, if I want to get to that elite status, if I want to get to that world level status that everyone has said from day one that I am,
yeah.
I've got to get there, and this is the next step on the ladder. It's a big step. I'm not overlooking Callum Smith in the slightest here, because I think there's going to be a lot of rounds that could be nicked either way here for both guys. But I just think Buatsi's got it. There's that flame there that's going to get him. Get him over the line.
I'm completely with you on that, mate. I do. I genuinely believe that Buatsi, even though he's only 3 years younger, it's not a massive amount. But in terms of being in the ring, like ring journey, he's a young pup. I got Tyler on this one. Yeah, man. We know what you're saying there, Tyler. Trust me.
Can't be doing that, Tyler. Not on this channel.
My heart wants to say Callum Smith. My heart wants to say Mundo. I love Mundo. I've supported him his whole career. I want to say Mundo, but
mate, I'm a massive fan. I've always been a big fan of the Smith family and what they've stood for. And as we say, big shout out to Joe Gallagher.
I love them, but I've got to say what I've got to think. And I'm thinking Buatsi takes this comfortably on points. I genuinely do believe Buatsi's just going to put on a bit of a boxing clinic on Mundo and show us that Mundo's finished.
We got Dan Evans. Big shout out to Dan. Buatsi should have too much for Callum, in my opinion, guys. There we have it.
Same.
So it's all going that way. It's one-way traffic.
That's the thing, you see. We're all seeing the same thing, guys. We're all saying the same thing. We're all seeing that Mundo has obviously lost a step. He's lost a little touch. He's fighting the number 456 in the world, and he looked terrible in them first 4 rounds.
Just to say, awful. Tyler has taken the splinters out of his arse, and he's gone for Buatsi late KO. I think if there's going to be a knockout, it's going to be late. Let's be perfectly honest, guys. Everyone's in that boat, I think.
Yeah.
If it's going to come, it's going to be late.
What's he got? 13 knockouts from 19 wins. He can punch. It could happen, but I think if they're going to see a knockout, you're more likely to see Mundo knock out Buatsi, in my opinion.
It's all about the engine. Has Callum got it left after after the wear and the wars and all this sort of thing.
Canelo in the
Buatsi hasn't really had that. Let's be honest. Buatsi hasn't really had that. He's not really been in the trenches because he's not really had to be. You know, he's not really had to be.
Daisy.
Yeah, so let's just see. As I say, another intriguing fight on a cracking card. Thank you very much, Turkey Alashake. So yeah, it's an absolute corker. But we want to hear from you guys. Chuck it in the comments. Hit the subscribe button. Check out the rest of the content. And Jam, you know what to do. See us out.
Yes, mate. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you're on LinkedIn or X, please head over to YouTube. Give us a like, share, and subscribe. It helps us to grow. And always remember to have some of this.
Have some of this. And God bless. Take care.